Ah, no. Well, hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Spiderlings, wherever you are in the world currently. Welcome back to our series of 7 Days to Die. Now, as promised, day 4 is going to be all about the build. So what we're going to get done hopefully today is a nice setup for our Horde base. We're going to incorporate it with our actual main base as well. So what I've had a little play around with a few ideas off camera, and I've got something that I'm going to roll with, see how it goes, and see how it goes for the first Horde night. So as we can see, we need to get ourselves some grub as we are starving. And what I've also done as well is I've cleared up all the outskirts, so the zombies have got a nice freezy way to run in. I've upgraded the main flooring on the outside so they can't destroy the frame blocks. And these just down here is just like the outline of where we're going to start the building from. I've left these pillars in here just for reference points for myself so I know how far I'm going and what I'm doing. What we have also done is we've increased the speed of the zombies as spoken about in the last episode. So they're now running during the daytime and they are sprinting at night. So without further ado, we're going to get our blocks placed down. So we're going to look at, I believe we went this far wide. So with the frame shapes, when you're popping them down, if you press and hold the R key, you've got a nice little submenu that comes up, so you can copy the rotation of the shape that you're currently aimed at. You can copy that shape you're currently aimed at. You can change the ways that they actually rotate, either on the face, advanced rotations, or just a simple round and round and round. And then at the very top here, you've got the actual shape menu. So instead of actually crafting all the different shapes you need, you now just make frame shapes, and all of the shapes are in this menu. There are hundreds of them. So you've got your basic ones, which are, your everyday use ones, which you're going to be using some of. So you're going to be using some of the ramps, the ladders, and the bars as well. You got all your different square shapes, and so on and so on and so on. So to start with, we're going to go with the basic ramp. And if you press the left mouse key, it will just do the simple rotations of spinning round. And then it's the right mouse key to drop them. So we've done that row behind 1, 2 high. So again, just click the E key on the keyboard to pick them up. Now, there is stability physics on this one. So as you see, that pink there is telling me that it's going to be too unstable to hold it. So if you click it there, there's a high probability that it's just going to fall down. So we need to go this way as well, I believe. Yes, we do. I think we went 4. I think 4 would be a good number. So I'll put some more of the... Oh. Thank you very much, Trader Joel. So you see we've done copy shape, and now we've got the square blocks. So just pop those up there. So we can get the next layer on. Because I want this to be solid, because I don't want the zombies to be able to run behind and blow the ramp up. And then they're just going to go into meltdown mode and just start destroying anything that's nearby them to hit. So we'll have a look at what that's doing for us. What we get in there. Yeah, I think that's about the right level there, is it? It's looking like it. So again, R key, copy shape, and we've got ourselves the ramps. I think we can pick that end one up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I wanted 4 wide at the top. So I'll pick you up as well. And then what I did want to do, and then we will go back into the shape menu. We'll head to the wedges because I want this outside ramp corner, because you don't want the zombies having anything that they can get hung up on. So you want them just to have a nice free run straight to whatever they're running against. If they get stuck in here, if they go into like what's called rage mode, they're just going to start flailing around and just hitting anything they can get near to. So it's a nice smooth corner like this. They've got nowhere to get hung up on, and it's going to guide them straight up to where we want them to go. So where we want them to go is to the top of this almost kind of like pyramid sort of structure that we're building here. Here we go. And then we're going to have, yeah, and then we want that end one just so they've got no excuse to get hung up on that corner. There we go, so that's going to guide them this way, that they're able to come up here. And then what we want is we want them to have a little step jump at the top, just to slow the stem of them down a little bit. So they can have a nice easy run up this ramp, and then they go, oh, hang a minute, up we go. So we're going to go back into our frame shapes. I'm going to go for the wedge narrow. So see there how we've now got it, that's what we want. So that's that one. So I want the same on this side, but obviously inverted. I believe that's that. There we go. So we'll go back into the shapes and we'll get the next one down. So on the end, if we try on face, no, that's not going the way we want. So we'll go back to advanced. And we're looking for that back end to match up. No, not quite. Just like so. And the same on this side. There we go. So we're just making that path a little bit more narrow for them. In fact, no. I want to go straight to this size one first instead. I want the path to be narrow, quicker. There we go, just so that they've got to bunch up a bit. There we go, back into the shapes, and we'll find the half cube, and we'll stick that on the end. So we're going to have to go, yeah, we're going to have to go advanced. So we can pop 2 on here, pop 2 on here. Then we're going to copy this shape again, and that's that one. And then we'll copy that shape, and that will give us the connection that we need for the top. So they're going to run up this ramp, get stuck and go, and then they're going to bunch themselves up, and this is where we are going to do the fighting. So they've got themselves a nice one block here where they can all kind of start to bunch up a little bit. We might put a little spike trap in there, I'm not quite sure. I don't particularly want them to get hung up, otherwise, as I say, they can start just demolishing everything that's nearby them. So we'll just join this up here. It's just a case of having ourselves a nice little area that we can do our fight in. We can have them all funneling up to here to us, and what we're going to do is going to leave this open and this one, because what I want to do is to be able to see if they're coming this way, we can get a few pop shots off with our guns and long range weapons. Same for here as well. The back side we're going to shut up, and hopefully we're going to put ourselves a door so that when we build like the rest of the base up off the floor here, we can go through a doorway here, and we'll have like an actual little base set up just over here. And then because we have the zombie vultures appear at times, I don't think they're going to come on this this horde night, but you can, it's better to protect yourself, take extra precautions, because you never know. So we're going to put the bars in. Super job. So that is going to protect us from any attacks from the sky. And what we can do as well is we can put like spikes on top of these, which will stop anything, you know, well, it'll harm them as well as us actually having to shoot them. And we can shut that as well to keep them well out of the way. So that's the sky protected. In fact, what we'll do is we'll upgrade. We'll go down and upgrade from the bottom up, because as I said, we've got the stability on. I'm only going to upgrade the externals of this RAM, because I'm going to wait until we've got better materials to upgrade with. And what we can do then is we can put the blocks behind for when the demo zombies come, for a bit of extra protection. So if we take these out here, we can access all these that are in here, and we can upgrade all of this so that we've got that extra protection for when the demos and all the cops and that's going to be exploding on there. So as you can see, it's going to be an extremely tiny pit because of where they'd fall down. I don't know, actually we could probably extract it a bit more. But yeah, so as I said, I'm not quite sure if we're going to go ahead with a pit from this one. To be fair, with what we could do, I mean, we could put some pillars up here if we wanted to, and have some blade spinning traps, so when they come past, they have to run through the blades. You know, that is an option that we could look at. It's a bit foggy this morning, so I do apologise if the video quality drops a little bit. It may do because we've had a nice thick fog roll in. Hopefully nobody uses it to their advantage to come and surprise us. Flipping out, boys and girls, we're dehydrated, we're starving again. It's hard work, this building stuff. The rest of the food. So what I want to do down here, just to encase everything, is I just want to put some plate walls up so they're almost going to look like false walls. Because when you join them together, it gets rid of that border. It's just aesthetically pleasing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do this doubly thick, and in fact, we'll probably stick it to the outside of the wall just for extra stability, because that will join it all together and make the whole thing a lot stronger. And we'll do the inside. So basically what's going to happen here is they're going to break apart the last one, the outside wall. That's going to get destroyed, and then they're going to have to break another wall, so they're almost effectively... So as you can see, when we damage this, there's 500 hit points there. So if we had a single wall, like this internal one, this would be 500 hit points, and they'd be straight through. The fact we've got the outside one as well is now going to double this wall's health to 1,000, because they're going to have 2 layers to get through. And it's also a tactic I'm going to use on the top for the fighting position. So even if they break through the one layer of blocks that's there, there'll be a second layer straight behind them, which is going to make it a case of them having to fight through 2 layers of blocks before they can actually get to us. So we'll do the same on the back. We'll put it along the struts as well for extra stability, because all these anchoring points as well is only going to help the stability of the build. Because what the zombies are always going to do when they path is they're going to path to the place of least resistance. So the fact we've got 1,000 hit points down here, if I wanted them to come to the front, I'd just have the one layer, because that's 500 and it's easier for them to get through. So the AI of these zombies is very clever in how it works its stuff out. Looking at things, we're getting very late on in the day, very quickly. I know I'd sped it up time-wise, but to make the days shorter, but we're getting very short on time. Perfect. So we can get ourselves up off the floor now and out the way. Just upgrade the top bits up here now. Can I do these now? I won't forget about it. Thankfully, that wood run that we did yesterday, while sending over to the trader, is really coming in clutch right now with all the upgrading we're doing. Guarantee now I've said that we're probably going to run out of wood very shortly. Won't be the first time things have gone wrong on this episode, would it, boys and girls? Or should I say this series? Things haven't gone wrong yet this episode. Touch wood. Oh, the crickets are out now. Means we're getting close to the end of the day. Excellent. So we are fully upgraded where we need to be. So what I will do next is we're going to box ourselves in on our fighting deck. So what we're going to do is we're going to plonk a door just for security's sake. And a few hit points to it as well. Yes, that's 500 and that's 500, so that's all the same. So you're going to have no one to actually want to try to get towards this door. They can't anyway because there's no access to it other than on here. So next up, we're just going to put in the final shape variation. So we need the poles. Now, I'm going to use these just because I do normally like to use these ones because they're very thin and very easy to swing across. But what I want to do is I want to put these just because they're a bit bigger, so we'll be able to tell when they've actually been destroyed. So we're going to change the rotation, and again we're going to double layer these. Could really do with the zombie showing up to see if this is going to affect its pathing, because technically this block here on the outside, and in fact yeah, we will carry that on over there for stability. That's a cracking idea. Beautiful. Okay, so that's now doubly wide again. So we've now got, so if they break that outside one, they're not immediately straight through. We've got enough room to attack them, and the crawlers and the spiders can't jump through these bars. They're the gap's too narrow. So we will do the sides next. So we'll quickly upgrade them all. And I'm off. I'm just going to craft the torch for you guys so you can actually see what's... Oh, we've left a wall open. That's not good. I thought we got that covered. Excellent. So the only way to get into this now is via that hole. Super job. Upgrade the rest of these. What we might do in the morning when it's lighter, we can see what we're doing a bit better. We'll go out to the front down there, and we'll get the ramp and that. The main areas where they're going to be most likely going to be zombie traffic. We'll get that upgraded to the next level of material, which I believe is going to be cobblestone. Yes, as you can see, they're a little bit fiddly to upgrade, but just get your hammer in the right place. Oh, hello. And there'll be no problem at all. Just takes time. There's no need to rush. Not in the current moment while everything's okay. We've got nothing going on. Tomorrow night will be a different matter when, you know, when stuff's hitting the fan. That will be a case of we need to get stuff done quick. Only downside to these bars being here is we're going to get wet. That's no problem. Here we go. So this is our humble abode. Pop ourselves a torch. Yeah, see, this is the only thing, because this frame shape is technically set back. When you put your torch up like we've done here, that's the edge of the block. So the back side of the block is where the actual plate is. So this is going to sit away from walls. It's going to look a bit finicky, a bit funky. But it's okay, it's still doing the job. As you can see, we've got some light down here, which is what we want. And we'll just mirror and put another one that side. There we go. So it looks a bit trippy and you can still walk around them, which is really strange, I know. But yeah, so we will head up. We can upgrade the door now. So that's now got 800 points. And we can upgrade you, and we can only get up there with an iron hatch or an iron door. We can make an iron hatch. It's only 40, so we'll do that. All we do is we pop the hammer, and we just do the right mouse button to upgrade, and now we'll use the iron hatch. And there we go, we now have an iron hatch on the top. We can upgrade it once more, I believe, or 2 more times. Brilliant. So that now is 3,000 hit points, which is brilliant. So that's just going to take no beating. The only way you can upgrade that now is with a steel hatch, and we don't have anywhere near enough steel for one of those. So what we will do is we'll use the cobblestone that we currently have on us. And another level. As you can see, we got quite a few levels last night while we were doing the upgrading of all the wood for the base. I want this to be cobblestone because this is where we're going to do the majority of the fighting. So we're going to likely be taking quite a fair bit of damage on these blocks just here, especially these front ones here. Are you upgraded or not? You're not. Just being very careful with the cobblestone because we don't have surplus amounts of it. In fact, we'll upgrade the top deck here to cobblestone as well. I'm hoping we've got enough to do all the front and the ramp as well. That's going to be the main bulk of what I'd like to be done. Oh. Excellent. Okay, so just as we are now on the morning of day 5, this is the big day, boys and girls. So today is going to be the Horde night. So we'll just quickly upgrade the rest of the front here. Okay, we'll get the pillar done as well, I think, because that's possibly going to take a bit of a beating. And we'll do my front bit as well, where I'm going to be standing. The last thing we need is that giving way whilst we're on top of it. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, we want all this upgraded here because this is going to have a lot of traffic on it during Horde night. And the last thing we want is any of this failing. If any of this fails, as I say, because they can't physically reach us, they're just going to start destroying whatever's nearest them to try and get the thing to cave so that we effectively fall down to their level. So we just need 3 more. Well, 30 more cobblestone. Super. So that should be the pillars, apart from that one there which we need to do outside. Upgraded. Excellent job. So then, Spiderlings, I hope you've enjoyed the build episode today. Tried to keep it nice and short for you because I didn't want to do too much boring just building and upgrading things. So I hope you've liked the way that we've done things and how we built everything up. We'll hopefully see in next week's episode, which is going to be the Horde Night. Hallelujah, at last. Things are going to get a bit chaotic. So what I think we'll do in... Oh, there's the storm. That tells us it's Horde Night coming. So what I think we'll do in next week's episode is we'll run out and do a quick quest in the daytime just to pass a bit of the time. And then we'll do the last few little upgrading bits because we'll try and grab some more stuff, some more cobblestone. We'll upgrade what we can at the very end. See what other ammo we can get, ammunition, explosives, grenades, whatever, whatever we can get hold of. And then we'll jump forward to the night time and we'll get down to the Horde Night. So I really hope you've enjoyed the series so far. If you have done, please don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. If you like the video and you like what's coming, don't forget to drop a like. And more importantly, if there's something you want to see with the series or where we're going to go with it, please drop in the comments below because I read them all and I do look at what you guys are putting. I take it all on board as well. I'm hoping we can carry on with the series. I've got a feeling once we've done the first Horde Night, just because of the little bits of issues we're having with the video quality, we may drop the series for a little bit. So we'll get the first Horde Night out of the way. We'll see how things go. If everybody's enjoying it and people want it to continue, then we'll continue with it. But if not, we can always revisit it at another time. We can put a new spin on the series, add a couple of mods and that just to make it a little bit more different. But I wanted to do this all vanilla just so that you guys that want to play the game for the first time and aren't really into modding have got a bit more of an idea of what's going on. So as I say, as always, Spiderlings, make sure you have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next one.